What is Agile Release Planning and what is the role of a Scrum Master in Agile Release Planning? Hello, happy Monday and welcome to the Scrum Chatroom with Dr. Francis Mbunya. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button because we dedicated in bringing you information that is going to transform your Agile journey and get you to learn more. If you're a returning viewer, don't forget to hit that like button because it helps that every time we put on a video, you are the first to get notified. All right, a couple of ground rules before we kind of roll into our question of the day. Now, if you check the description button, which you should be checking, you will realize that, okay, there's more information there for those who have been asking, how can we reach you? How can you work with me? There's a link in the description button with a video. If you watch that video, it's going to give you more details about all the services that I could offer you and how you could be part of my coaching circle. But then for those who just want to ask a question, you can always ask the question in the description box, or kind of just put a comment, let me know who is watching, right? That's help me to, whenever you reach out, I can know that, oh, I've been seeing this name, and it can kind of get the conversation more better. All right, without wasting much time. Okay, one more thing. For those who are interested in becoming certified Safe Scrum Master, there's a training starting today. It's going to start within the next, it should be about 10 hours. So if you reach out with a text message, I'm just going to put my number here that I'm interested in the safe training today. We'll be able to enroll you. It's just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll run out with the class, and by weekend, you're Safe Scrum Master certified. So make sure that you're doing that. All right, let's go back to our question. What is Agile Release Training, and what is the role of the Scrum Master in Agile Release Training? The first thing we want to do is to be able to understand the term in a non-technical way. And that is what I advise every Scrum Master to do. One of the reasons Scrum seems to not to be working for you is because you want to technicalize every stuff. It's like, oh, it's an IT stuff, so I'm not an IT person, so I need to learn all the new language. No, you don't need to. Now, if you look at the term Agile Release Planning, what does it mean? Okay, let's take out the Agile. Let's just focus on release planning. What does release planning mean? Let's use an environment which you're very familiar with, right? If you're new in the banking sector and you go deposit a check of, let's say, $10,000, now the bank most often doesn't release that money to you at once. Like you plan to release, okay, we're gonna make maybe $200 available to you today. When we verify the check, we're going to deposit $500 in 2 days. And after the $500 clear in about a week, we're going to clear the order. So although you actually deposited that check at once, it might take about, let's say, 2 to 21 days to clear, depending on the bank where you are. This is typically in the North America setting. Okay. All right. So what are they doing? They're planning how they can release that money to you. So can we say that's the bank release planning? They plan how to release your money to you, right? Now, if we go to Agile release planning, now let's add in the term Agile. Agile means that what? Flexible, right? Releasing in increment. Agile release planning simply means that if I'm building a product, which Agile is widely implemented in building products, but it doesn't mean that it can work in just more of an operation environment. Agile is also implemented in an operation environment where we can just manage tasks and manage the way we do things, but it is widely used in the product delivery, product with digital product and other stuff, which is why many people think it is IT stuff, right? But it's more on management. But then that's why you need to think more on the facilitation, on the coaching, on the leadership part of it. So let's say that we are building a website for Amazon, right? Agile release planning, which simply means that if you look at a typical Amazon website, it has different components. We have the Amazon Kindle, we have Amazon Music, we have Amazon Books, we have Amazon whatsoever. All of these components cannot be developed and released to Amazon in one day. So if, let's say, our company is in charge of building that platform for Amazon. What they're going to do is that they are going to give Amazon a plan on what they will do first and how they plan to release it for customer to start using it, right? So now and this is not just based on the company, it's a collaboration between the stakeholder, the product management, the administrator, the product owner. You, the Scrum Master, doesn't really have so much role to do with it, except if you are like a company which is maybe maybe one team of Scrum, you're the main Scrum Master, you could be the facilitator, which means that the product owner or the product manager is kind of discussing with the stakeholders on some of the technicality, on the different features they want to release, and then you can kind of draw an agenda, invite the people that will participate in the release planning, and then send it out. But if you work in a corporate environment where there are multiple teams working together, you are going to be more of a participant and not even a facilitator, right? So the person that should be directly in charge of release planning, product release planning, is the product owner. Why? The product owner has the maximum business knowledge on the business value of the product, and he is in the best place to, in collaboration with the development team, know what we can be able to release within 3 months, what we can be able to release within the next 6 months or so. Now, where do you come in as a Scrum Master? If we say we are planning to release the first feature of the work that has been delivered to us. Now, what is future? Let's understand what a future is. I'll go back to the Amazon website. I'm just going to use the Amazon book, the Amazon Kindle, maybe the Amazon clothing shopping, and we also have the Amazon wardrobe. We can say, okay, we want to deliver the section of the Amazon wardrobe component in 3 months, right? Agile release planning will mean that what work is required in order to be completed, and what's the time frame. So we look at it in terms of the future. There's no so much details in story estimation and all of that. We look at it in future. Now, the product manager or the product owner is at the best position to do that, because they can have an estimate of the required technicality and the required capacity or the velocity that's required, and they can give a high level estimate of that. Right. Now, it's based on the release planning that now the product owner is going to bring out now, start putting in work on the backlog so that the team can start now prioritizing. So work is prioritized based on what is going to be released first. Now, if you work in a safe environment, release planning would not be just something between the product owner and the stakeholder. At the level of the PI planning follow release, right? So the PI planning is a 2 days event, right? 2 days event, they're planning the work that you want to do within the next 10 weeks. That work is planned according to how the work will be released to the customer. And that is why now, with the PI setting or the safe environment, there's what they call CI/CD. We have continuous integration and continuous deployment. So there's that pipeline of automation. They build, they plan the work, they build, and they deploy it. In a safe environment, you probably might just be attending the meetings because that's already a whole automated process in it, right? And which is one of the reasons for anyone that is not safe certified, I'm going to encourage you to get safe certified. Safe is going to add a lot of value in your Scrum knowledge because it gives you a more understanding of what is going on at the program level, not just what you're doing at the team level. What is going on at the program level, from the epics to capabilities to features to stories. You're able to get that flow and have a bigger visibility. Most especially if you plan to take your Agile journey to a higher level, Safe Scrum Master should be one of the top priority that you want to get engaged in. All right. As this said, we're having a Safe Scrum Master training starting today. If you can join the one today, next Monday, I'll also be rolling out another planning. They're always 4 days, 4 evenings from Central Time, from 5 p.m. Central Time to about 8:30 to 9 p.m. Central Time. 4 evenings of continuous learning. Now, one of the reasons our SAFE training or certification are very unique, they're different from what you get on online 2 days, right? Many people go for the online 2 days. It's cheap, it's $500, but then many people that attend the 2 days, they don't really get the reality. The difference we create is that we don't just only teach you, we show you the practicality, the same teaching that we are bringing forth on this side, we are implementing that live. Just imagine sitting in a live classroom where we are teaching this, you have the opportunity to ask questions, not just listen. Now, a couple of tips for the week before you go. Now, one of the things that is going to help you, right? If you can do this one thing, you realize that you're going to go further in your, you're going to draw more closer to your Scrum Master job or to your Agile Coach job, wherever you are. Now, the biggest problem a lot of people that are looking for a job are facing is that they are looking for a job. All right, let me explain that. If I am going to, let's say that I plan to travel to New York to visit a friend, right? That is the main goal. And what happens if I'm not able to catch that goal, right? I just cancel it because what I'm saying is going to New York to visit a friend. But if I am going to, let's say, California for a business trip, and one of the goals is to stop at New York to visit a friend, my focus is the value of the business trip. And now visiting my friend will no longer be a challenge. So for many people, because their focus is just like the job is their end goal, is becoming a hindrance to them, and they're not seeing anything beyond that. So what I'm going to push you is to be able to put something bigger than the job. Why do you really need a Scrum Master job? Is it just to kind of maybe get money? There's some good money there. It's easy. You want to work from home. Those are not reason enough. Now, you should be able to give yourself reason enough. I need to get a Scrum Master job because I'm planning to buy a home by the end of this year. So if I put in all that I need, you realize that even $10,000 is small for you to invest in getting what you want, right? Because there is something bigger. So a lot of people always say, oh, this is expensive, because they don't see any value in themselves. They don't see any reason why I should put $5,000 to just learn something. Some people say, oh, if I'm putting in $5,000, how many days are you going to sit with me? Most often it's not how many days, it's just about someone, just one sitting with someone can change everything. And there's no way you can put a value to that one hour of period, or maybe 5 sitting where someone sit with you and help you to reorientate and point you to the direction where you want to go. This is just a point of advice for everyone that is, you're thinking that, oh, I've already spent a lot of money. If you're spending money and you're not getting it, and you kind of stay frustrated, if you've been in a journey for 6 months and it's not working for you, there is something you're doing wrong. It's either stop wasting your time. I'm just going to be, stop wasting your time and start doing something that's going to add to your goal, or plan to invest the right way. Now, very frank, we'll be releasing a lot of videos with question and answer, but if that is the only strategy you're basing your hope on to get a job, the reason why it's going to be difficult, because even when you get a job, you still need that practical training, right? Or when you get on the job, you're going to find a lot of struggles. So like yesterday, I had a mastermind with my team, and what I kind of pushed them to do yesterday, like I break them out into group and I asked them to interview each other. And when they came back, I asked them their experience. Like, oh, it was my first time to be in a spot where 3 people were asking me a question, and I thought I knew this thing because I've been listening to them, but I realized there is nothing I know. So they need to go back to the baseline and start studying. That is a strategy you need to succeed, right? We're just being frank here. Apart from just me being question and answer here, in real life, I'm a coach. So I would not really tell you what you want to listen in order to come by to me or not. I want to tell you, especially if you check the description, you're going to watch a video of how to join my community, and I make the terms clear and clear. Unless you are at that point, don't reach out. If you're at this point, I know that you're ready, right? Because I'm interested in working with people that are ready, not with people that just want a safe space, want someone that they can call when they have a problem, want someone that, no. The Scrum you need more than a mentor. You need someone that can coach you, can put you. Now, coaching doesn't mean that someone needs to sit with you and show you everything. No, they just need to show you what you need to do, and you go do it, right? That is what's going to help you. Okay, that's enough for today, and that is the coaching for your week. If you can take it seriously, you will realize that you actually are investing in the right direction that we get to that journey. I say Scrum Master in less than no time. I will see you the next 2 days, or if God willing, tomorrow for another video. Have a great day and have a great week.